Hey everybody, so you are here at the AA meeting with Austin and Aaron.
Aaron and Austin, AA meeting with Brody Baker today is our guest.
Brody Baker's coming in.
Sitting in with us today. So here we are, pilot episode, making it work finally. We are really happy to be here for you guys.
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing this for a long time, and here we are. We're going to try to bring this to you as often as we can, every week. Give you a little bit about what's going on all the time, and a little bit about what's going on musically around the town is going to be a big part of it, especially with Aaron knowing just about everything that's going on around here.
And we do our best.
And everybody.
And everybody. Yeah, and everybody. So, I mean, that helps. And if you know me, I've talked, and everybody that, if you've ever been around me or made eye contact with me or been in arm's distance, I've talked to you. So,
yeah,
that's why we're doing this. That's the plan, and that's where we're at. So,
been a good week, man. How you been?
real good. I had to go get it because I'm excited about this, so I'm gonna run right into it from the beginning. I had to go try the Batman calzone pizza because I'm excited about seeing the freaking Batman movie this weekend. I'm gonna go watch it. And I'm really scared that the Batman movie's not going to be that great because
the pizza was not that great.
Well, this is my upside. I saw the pizza and I'm going, this might be a little rough, but I'm going to try this. My gut can handle it. I mean, I've put in the pre-time to make sure we can handle it. So I get it, and it's not bad. So I go in thinking it's going to be rough. Turns out not too bad. So if the movie can mirror that experience, then I think we feel like we've won.
Is this the Batman that
we're getting the Twilight guy. I mean, really, you haven't seen anything from him since that I have at all. Like other than he's the Twilight guy. No. What have you seen him in? So we got to deal with.
I haven't even seen the Twilight guy. So
well, you know who I'm talking about, right?
I do.
The blonde-haired one, not the wolf guy, the other one.
Yeah.
So
he was in Harry Potter.
Well, that's right. He is in the end of the Harry Potter franchise. You are right about that. Yep. So that is one thing that we've seen him in.
I don't know anything about that.
But I love movies, so I'm always going to bring up what movie's coming out.
You haven't seen Harry Potter?
You haven't seen any of the Harry Potters?
I've seen like the first movie, and that was it.
How do you watch the first one and just like, I'm good?
Next guest.
I love the series movies. Like I can sit down and like pick a binge watch movie, like one that's got like 3 different movies, like the Pirates of the Caribbean or the Matrix, or one that's got like 5 or 6 movies, and just like I'll see like a dumb commercial or someone will remind you about the movie. I'm like, okay, let's go home and watch all 7 of those real quick.
Well, no, I've had those.
I can't help myself.
I definitely loved that, but Harry Potter for me was not that.
One your thing?
No.
Didn't hit you? It didn't hit everybody.
Rings,
I like
Lord of the Rings either.
See, I like Lord of the Rings a little bit better, honestly.
I've seen more of the Lord of the Rings than I have of Harry Potter, but neither of them really got me.
Never. So have you watched all of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies? No.
No, I've seen like 1, 3, 5, and Battle of 5 Armies.
That's why you don't like it.
Yeah.
You saw it out of order. You screwed up the whole
but it's like
storyline now.
In my defense, like a couple of those movies are just like
them walking?
3 hours of them traveling,
them walking.
So
I mean, even the fucking trees walked in that movie to steal a fucking.
Totally fair.
That's still a line from Kevin Smith. I mean, he made that's from Clerks too. But like, I mean, even the trees walked in those movies.
One of my favorite movies, by the way, Clerks and Clerks 2.
Oh yeah, and he's about to roll out another one too, so that's gonna be great.
And then Jane and Silent Bob.
Well, even the reboot, a lot of people shit on. I like anyway. So. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to see Batman, and I also heard Uncharted was the shit. I've heard Uncharted is the shit.
I've heard a lot of good things.
I have too, and it made a bunch of fucking money too the first week too.
I'm a little bit out of the loop, man. Remind me, what is Uncharted?
Uncharted is a video game from the PS4. Like it is.
That's why I'm out of the loop.
Yeah,
I don't play video games.
Well, like your son would totally know about it. Like he would totally know. Okay. And it was like a super successful like video game franchise, like huge. It was one of the first. It was one of the first to like have no cutscenes. Like you would run through the full game. By like the third one, they really did some crazy shit cinematically, and it has a great story.
We're like losing the nerds on the graphics. But Harry Potter.
We're already. It's Brody's fault.
Hey, we'll edit that part out.
No, we don't.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I'll represent the nerd.
But I'm a nerd too, man. I like all this shit. So there ain't nothing
I've become a huge fan of Tom Holland and a lot of the stuff he's done.
Of course,
He's such an incredible actor.
Yeah, he's great. He's more than Spider-Man too, which is nice.
Yes.
Like you can see him in other shit. Like a lot of dudes, you like see him like they play like a big part like that, and you're like, he's only that guy. You're only that guy. Like he's not. Like you can like you see him in other shit and not feel like he's fucking Spider-Man.
Right.
So that's kind of nice.
He's not a Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner broke out of that eventually. Like he broke out of that. It took him a little while.
He's not a Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's got like one lane, and it was a goddamn great lane for a long
It's
time.
funny. It's funny.
Step Brothers, like.
I mean, you're probably
Yeah.
the pinnacle. Step Brothers is really. I mean, you're really up there with that with his one. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go see Batman this weekend. So I wanted to dive into that shit.
let us
Try
know.
the pizza. The calzone part of it's not even bad. I mean,
Okay.
honestly.
Yeah. Let us know how the
For a
movie.
Little
is.
Caesars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, John tried that, and I mean, I'm telling you, it's not. I mean, I thought the calzone pizza was like, this is instant diarrhea probably, but actually, but it was not. So Little Caesars, fucking, you're welcome. It was good. It was good pizza. So go check that shit out. So we got shit coming up this week. You got, as always, open mic nights coming out.
Yep.
and going.
Every Wednesday we do Barleycorns open mic, and then every Thursday we do one at Jerry's, and the one at Jerry's is really cool. We had a great one this last week.
Oh, it was banging.
Yeah, it was banging. We almost couldn't keep up with it.
Oh, last
But,
night?
yeah,
Last, oh, yeah, I was meant to ask you,
well,
how'd last night go?
Depending on when this airs, it won't be.
Well,
last
well,
night,
it doesn't
but-
matter. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they know.
But
They know.
anyway,
We're filming this on Friday. What's fucking today?
Thursdays, the cool thing is that we have a full back line. We have drums and bass amp and guitar amp.
So,
and,
they don't have to bring anything unless they're just particular about the guitar or bass, really.
if you play keyboards, you got to bring a keyboard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's doable.
And if you have two guitar players,
If you got a
gotta
guy
bring
that
an amp,
plays
yeah.
cowbell, he's got to bring
You're gonna
an
have
I
amp.
feel like the guy that plays cowbell is not forgetting his fucking cowbell.
speaking of Will Ferrell,
I mean, speaking of anybody that plays like a tambourine or like a fucking weird instrument, they ain't forgetting that motherfucker.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
They got that motherfucker on one of them like zip lines like janitors.
Oh,
got.
it's in their car.
all the time. All the time.
is there a house oboe? Does somebody have a house oboe?
Yeah, somebody got
I
that.
can borrow.
Oh well, I got two in my ass. So here's, that oboe player's ready. He been preparing for that moment his whole life. So yeah, guys, always get down to. I was at Barleycorns this week. Great week at Barleycorns too as well. Especially if you like a bunch of different kinds of music. That's the first place I met you, which was really fun. And then really fun. Jerry's, always a great time there too with the full band set.
And they got
Yeah.
pretty good food at Jerry's.
Yeah,
I'm saying those are probably my favorite chicken strips in town.
Not like.
bibimbap sauce, man.
Oh, man.
So Thursday, you're
oh,
looking for something to do. Come get something to eat. What time's open mic? We start
We kick off at 7:30.
7:30, 8 o'clock-ish. You start at 7:30?
Pretty solid 7:30.
You get- it's-
Lately, it has been.
Well, when you get your artists are getting pretty like ready for it. Like
Yeah.
people are there and ready to rock.
Yeah, we had something like 16 artists at the last open mic.
No, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. How
And
many?
A lot of those are full bands. So,
So
it
do you-
was really cool.
So is the turnout starting to get a little just as good almost there, or even better there because you have the full band set up? Or what?
It gets pretty solid.
Yeah, man.
Like
And that venue's
the
great.
seats.
And
the
Jerry's
seats
great.
Stay full. I will say that. Like people even moving in and out, like going out to the patio and doing their thing out there, like which sometimes becomes a second stage.
I've seen that.
It does,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen even the patio of Barleycorns do that too. Like,
yeah.
I've even one time you guys were filming on Douglas.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, like one time you guys filmed.
Yeah.
One time you guys, like I woke up one morning and I was like, that's the first thing I do usually on Thursday and Wednesday mornings. Or Wednesday and Thursday mornings, I look and go, if I didn't make it to open mic, see you guys always post. You're good at posting a bunch of videos of all separate artists. So I get up and I go, what the fuck happened? And one morning you guys were like out on Douglas. I was like, these motherfuckers are out there on Douglas.
Are we gonna have to bleep that?
What? No, we can.
No?
No,
Okay.
well,
No.
this is our platform, buddy. We can,
All
we can
right,
say whatever the hell we
cool.
want.
Yeah.
I mean, within reason.
Within reason. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was always an interesting, like, quick check out Aaron's feed in the morning and see what happened at the open mics. That's always fun.
Yes.
It's usually fun, man. And,
Yeah.
and I really do try to give everybody like promotion. If you come at the open mic, I really try to like
So what if
show
I'm
you
a-
were there and show that you
So I'm a new artist
Rock.
and I'm showing up nervous to open mic. I need to find you, of course. But like, what do I get? Do I get 5 minutes? What do you do? How do you run that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
if,
I mean,
if
whatever.
you know the formula.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
How is,
say, like,
how do you like?
from an artist standpoint,
Yeah.
like because you're typically stuck running it, I was gonna say from an artist standpoint, Aaron's really good about like when it comes down to how many people are on the list of balancing it out so everybody gets
I try to get everybody up.
equal amount of time.
Yeah.
And so if like at Jerry's, right, you got 16 different bands, well, a couple of solo acts in there, but you got 16 different groups trying to perform. Everybody gets
And that's a clusterfuck too, like that.
3 songs,
Yeah, it gets
4
there, it gets
songs, and it's this nice steady roll, and you're getting a lot of different music. As an audience member, you get a lot of different music.
Yeah.
But as an artist, it's super easy. Like, Aaron makes you feel really comfortable. John, which I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, John can hear us.
John's
John,
on us.
yeah, John's back
Right
there.
there.
John's the sound guy.
So he does a really good job of like tuning you in, making sure you sound good and have your sound on that stage. And yeah,
You're fine.
it's-
Don't worry about it, Theron.
Theron's our video guy.
Theron's our video guy. Great video guy. Kicking shit in the background. I'd be kicking everything.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Honestly, you don't want me to move around in here. We'll drop everything.
Pull in a China closet.
But I try to look at it, like if you come in early and you're really there at like 7:30
Put your shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you got everybody with you, all your bandmates are there, you know what I mean? Then I'm going to get you on right off, and you probably got 5 tunes with me. Like
You're gonna
you're
give
there
them-
early. I don't have a huge list stacked up at 7:30, really.
No, so it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're kind of
It
playing it by
stacks up
ear.
later.
Playing it by ear a little bit.
Well, I have to fill this time slot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
You know?
So why you got nobody else there ready?
Well, I got
Why-
nobody else there
they're
ready. You might as well have like 5.
Yeah, here you go. And
Yeah.
that's a good opportunity
You know.
for a band that wants to maybe show
Right.
up early if you want to really get some time on the stage. Basically,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, that's
And,
super
and
smart.
and as that list stacks up, I usually move everybody down, but I try to give everybody 3.
Yeah.
You
3
notice that?
songs
Yeah.
or 3. So is that what you kind of got in your head? 12
Yeah, yeah.
minutes ish? Is that 12 minutes?
all right.
12
So
to 15.
that came into play last night a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, because I had a couple bands last night that would like one song, right?
Yeah.
But we just jamming.
Uh-huh.
So it turned into like 9-minute songs.
So like they're just you're just
know.
hitting me with Anagata Davida with for fucking.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
like-
now
Come on, man, you're using your jukebox
Now-
coins really
now I
well.
think
I get it, but
I think I need to rephrase it, man. I think I need to be like, hey man, you got about 15 minutes.
yeah, put it in a
Yes.
15 minutes.
You know,
Yeah.
I need to rephrase it.
But some, I mean, I guess it's kind of flowish too. I know you kind of map.
So
it
far
out
it's
in your head.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay. So far I haven't like had.
Have you ever burned
catastrophe.
anybody? Has there someone not got in by the end of the night that came in at a
there's-
reasonable time? Not somebody shows
No,
up
no,
at
no,
fucking
no.
close. Fuck off.
Okay,
But-
so
You come in a reasonable time.
Reasonable
You
time,
can usually tell
yes.
me that like, hey, I got to get up early, and if I could go on next, this would be really cool. And what I'll usually do then is ask a couple people down, like, hey, is this cool if this person pops up in front of you
Yeah,
for a little
no,
bit? They
that's
really
fine.
got to get home, and if you're hanging out,
right.
yeah, why not?
And
And most people are
Aaron-
trying to be pretty cool
Aaron
about
does
it.
real
right?
gracious,
Yeah.
real gracious. And,
Aaron
Well, everybody
does
trusts
a
you.
great job,
Well, everybody
yeah.
trusts you. When you're good to everybody, you kind of build up a little currency, so everybody's willing to work with you a little bit. That's something
I
you've
hope so.
built
I
up.
hope so.
That's what you're trying to say, basically. Like,
yeah, I call them douchebag credits. So Aaron's got a
I think their
surplus.
brownie points is really the one. Well, that sounds negative. but-
So why is it douchebag credits? Like
Yeah,
now I'm allowed to
yeah,
be
now you're
douchebag for a little bit.
No,
Yeah, no, you have to
well,
elaborate.
Now I'm just allowed to have.
Oh, well,
douchebag
if that's what
credits.
he means, that's kind
I
of
think
funny.
that's what he means.
So he's
But
giving you a
look
great
at
period
guys-
of fucking people.
No. So like I stole that from a comedian, but you look at guys like Tom Hanks, right? If you read in the paper tomorrow that Tom Hanks punched a nun in the face, your first thought would be, well, what did that nun do to Tom Hanks?
Oh, you victim blame
because he's Tom Hanks. He's such a
because you
nice
trust
guy.
him a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
He
got
was
a
Forrest
surplus.
Gump, okay?
Yeah, he's got a
He's
victim
got a-
blame.
Yeah.
he's got
Well, what did the
surplus.
nun do?
He's got a surplus of douchebag credits. People like, Alec Baldwin just kind of dole one out every few
Well,
months.
he got to shoot somebody. Well, they're suing him now, though. That
Well, he
family
just
suing.
cashed all the rest of his in.
Man, yeah,
Yeah,
hard.
so-
Oh, and he catches them in on political shit too a little bit. So he
Yeah.
was running a little thin in that area.
Exactly. So now he might be a little bit in the red, but
Yeah, but I mean, accidentally shooting somebody, we're not going to make light of that.
No,
I feel
no,
really
that's-
sorry. I feel really
yeah.
sorry about that. Lady.
So what kind of douchebag credits do I have? What can I get away with?
Yeah, where is this currency? Now that you've
Okay.
created a currency, what is our balance? Do I have any
I'm
credits?
curious.
Do I have to borrow from this motherfucker?
Okay, so personally, in the Bank of Brody,
The Bank of Brody.
Do I
in the
got
Bank of
somebody
Brody,
co-sign it?
you would need a cosigner because I don't have any credit
He
history
ain't
for
known
you.
you that long.
Yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
As far as Aaron goes,
Credit.
he's got a little credit. He's got a little.
You still
credit
got that?
history.
I feel like you got the cheap credit card still. You only get like the $500 limit or something. No.
Yeah, just about. No, it's probably like the $1,000 limit.
Oh, shit! Let's go shopping.
But he could probably get away with like popping me in the mouth a couple of times. And I'd be like,
Oh, that's the line we're drawing.
I'm
Hey,
like,
we have cameras rolling here, right?
Yeah, he's,
okay.
this
like,
shit's
okay.
on record.
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's forgot we're recording.
What?
this.
No,
I don't
but-
necessarily want to cash him in.
No, not now.
But
I
at
mean,
that
you can
point,
say that.
I would feel like, okay, what did I do wrong? Because
You'd have to think about it.
Oh, you do the victim blaming, and because you get, I get you. I get you.
He's doing self-victim blaming.
Self-victim blaming, which
That's
might
a
be
different-
something we just invented.
But like in that scenario, like Aaron's such a cool guy. Like if he punches you
Yeah,
in
if
the
he's
face,
mad at me, like I agree.
probably deserves
Aaron's like I have a bunch of friends like Aaron in my life, and I always gravitate to these guys. They're
Dime
like
a dozen.
No.
I'm
lucky.
Right here.
No, I'm lucky to have a lot of friends. I'll say it like that, and by a lot I mean like 5 or 6 if I find them.
Right.
And I call them like temperature testing friends. Like if you ever meet a guy that goes, man, I really don't like Aaron Underwood, you're like, well, fuck off. Like those friends that like you have people that always seem like they got no agenda and are doing good things for you all the time.
Right.
Like that, and if you meet someone that doesn't like them, you're like, okay, now I get you. Like, and he's one of those for me. Like, I've never run into somebody who's like, man, Aaron Underwood sucks. Like, he's a pain in the ass. But no, he's not. Everybody has nothing
you
but nice
might
things to
run
say.
into a couple that say that I.
Yeah, well, I mean, you catch anybody on a given day. You know, we're an asshole, and
Yeah.
he's done
I'm
that
not
too.
immune to that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're nobody's immune to that shit. But you get what I mean. Generally, we're trying to hit on 90% doing the right thing all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
At least morally and like professionally, at least.
Yeah,
You
at least
know.
in front of people.
At least in front of people, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I ain't gonna kick your dog.
All right, so I want to talk about Brody for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, do we want to
yeah.
go through shows for Thursday and Friday real quick before we move on to Brody?
Yeah, if you got it,
Let's go real quick. Just what's going on Wednesday, of course, open mic night. It might be past, but it's going to be great. Jerry's is we got J. Michael at Chicken and Pickle. Open mic jam at Jerry's on Thursday. Of course, there's an open mic at the Artichoke. Gina Martin and Brooke Blanche and Forrest.
I love Brooke.
Do you know Forrest McCurran? Maybe.
Nope, I don't know Brooke Blanche.
Yeah, I know Brooke. Brooke's great. And that's at Barleycorns on Thursday. Then you got the Cups, Ghost Town Strays, at Kirby's on Friday.
Love Ghost Town Strays.
Yeah, Ghost Town Strays are great.
Yeah, dude.
solid.
Yeah, and Kirby's is a cool place. Like that's something you're looking for something to do on Friday. That's a good one.
It's a great little hole in the wall joint.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Like it gives you that like old
Oh yeah.
like cool bar on the like it almost could be on Douglas like it
Right.
type of feel.
Right.
For sure. Then you got the Sleepy Truckers at the Artichoke, which is becoming a pretty cool venue. Have you guys ever?
Yes,
Dude,
Have you
Artichoke's
played there?
I've
Have
played
you
the
played? What do you think
Artichoke.
about that? Like I haven't.
Okay,
I've ate a lot of
so-
sandwiches there because I go there at noon, but I've never really seen a live view there. Like, what's that like?
I love the Artichoke. They have a nice little spot where you can set up that's out of the way of everybody.
Yeah.
But the owner, Uche, is the coolest dude and a phenomenal artist himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a musical
and
talent?
Tracy.
Yes.
Tracy's my intern.
Tracy's the one I know.
Right, yeah.
Tracy's the one I know. That's the one I
But
know.
Uche, I mean,
I don't
like,
know him that well.
Man,
Uche's dope, dude.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because
band.
like the first time, yeah, Uche crashed.
Uche Crash is the name, and the Crash, or
Uche and the Crash.
Uche and the Crash. Yeah,
Yeah.
plug them. Uche and the
And,
Crash sounds great.
But the first
Check 'em out.
time I saw him perform, it was that open mic setting that they're talking about at the Artichoke.
Where do they set it up at? Like right there by where the bar's at, or do they
No,
set it
it's
back
against,
further?
it's against the wall. Like if
When
you
you-
walk in, you face a wall.
Yeah.
It's against that wall.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
I got you.
It's
I
a
got
great
you.
setup, and because it allows you to look at pretty much the whole
Venue,
bar.
you
Yeah.
see everybody and kind of play,
And-
and it
yeah.
sounds pretty good in there. I figured it would because it's a tiny little room, you know, like it's not a
They
big
have
joint.
they have one good monitor shooting back at you and a couple of good speakers shooting out.
good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And something awesome that I love is that they really didn't change anything. Like it
No.
wasn't broke when Pat sold it to him.
No,
You know,
well, it was already a popular.
No. Yeah.
It was one of the most popular sub shops in town as far
Dude,
as
it
the
was
local
awesome.
one.
It's awesome.
That
They
and,
kept the menu basically the same.
That and like
and
most
everything.
sub shop were like the real, and Blimpie's is a locally owned. A lot of people don't know
Yeah,
that's
like-
locally owned too. But
I don't know. To me, they did it right. They paid respect to what was there,
Yes.
and they're like.
and the
they come
and the
in there,
building's
they know what's
awesome.
up.
The
Oh,
building's
yeah.
awesome. Like the venue looks cool.
Yes.
Like I like sitting. I always go in there. I catch a lunch in there like once a month. I always go in
I
there.
get the Seaster.
I get the one they're like their
see,
city sandwich. The one that's like.
I
the
love
Easter.
I love the Reuben there.
See, I can't do the sauerkraut. I can't do that.
I
Sauerkraut.
love sauerkraut.
Somebody's got to eat that shit. So go keep
It's-
eating it.
That cabbage was scheduled to die, and it did not.
Any cabbage should be scheduled to die.
Well, I'm just telling you, man. Like,
I
like
love
it's
it.
the same problem I got
love
against
it.
pickles.
People do. I got.
Sauerkraut.
Do you love?
Yes.
I mean,
Thank
that's.
you.
You're German. Of course you love sauerkraut.
But he's also native, and I'm native
Edit
too.
that out
so-
too, guys. Edit that shit out too. I didn't mean to say that. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So I need to go check. I need to go check a show at the Artichoke because I've been
Yeah,
wanting to see
for
one.
sure.
Yeah.
And then we got Howard Mahan and friends.
Oh yes.
Did I say his name right?
Howard Mahan.
Always correct me because I'm not the greatest at names. So if I say it wrong, say something.
I don't know him.
So I have known of
And they're at
Howard
Big-
since he was
Big
around
Booty
here playing
Trudy's?
like 14, 15
What the
years
fuck is
old.
Big Booty Trudy's? Is that
That's
a place?
a venue in Salina.
Okay, so that's not here.
Salina?
Okay.
And actually, I believe that Howard is from Salina. He just moved to Kansas City. He's doing a lot of actually some pretty cool big things in
Okay,
Kansas
cool.
City.
Does he come through here every once in a while, maybe?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Is he a Shamrock?
No, he's at Big Booty Trudy's.
Okay. Oh, Big Willie Tree. He
Yeah.
comes through and plays Shamrock quite a bit. And
Then
when
you
he's in
got-
town, you definitely need to check him out. Hellacious blues guitar.
Yeah,
player.
look him up, Howard
Mayhem.
Mayhem
Mayhem.
and Friends.
Yeah.
And it's acoustic set out there in Big Booty Trudy's. Temple Live's got Tyler Rich, and then we got Colby Cooper and Grant Gilbert at the Cotillion. Whitney Means band is at the Salt
love
Salt
Whitney.
City Brewing.
Love
She's
Whitney.
awesome.
Dude.
She is awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, I've seen her a few times. She's great. I don't know I don't know what Salt City Brewing is. Is that something in town?
So
That's the place in Hutch.
Oh, it's in
Yeah.
Hutch. Okay, so
And
awesome.
It's actually a really decent spot.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, brewery scares me when I hear that because that sounds like a nightmare for like sound and shit.
Well, I think
I'm
you
gonna
played
keep my
there.
damn mouth shut.
Well, you played there, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
So you've been there?
So
Yeah.
what's
And,
your?
okay. So
Yeah, you don't have to shit on them, but like, is there a pretty cool venue?
there's pros and cons. Yeah, the pros, it's really good food. It's really good beer. It's really good people, honestly, that run the place. The thing I had a problem with was that I was playing against the like garage door that's made of glass. And it just made it kind of sound weird.
Oh,
and
okay, that's what's
and there was like a TV playing the game. And I just felt that more people were watching the game.
I hate that as an artist when you're playing
When
second
you're not-
hand.
Do you understand what I mean, though?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah, if they pay you to be there, you should be on Front Street. I feel like there shouldn't be
Yeah.
anything you're competing for time with. But I mean, they got to
That's
make
what's
their
up.
nut. They're trying to sell
When-
fucking
when
sandwiches.
they're
and I
playing
totally
like-
understand it.
when they're
I
playing
understand.
I
it.
see both sides. You know, I see
Yeah.
both sides of the coin.
When they're playing like the OU game over here and nobody's watching what you're doing.
I totally understand
That
it,
sucks.
but
Yeah, that
I
sucks.
don't like the position. You know what I mean? Like,
could be better in the same joint. They could do it better, or is it just kind of stuck by what?
I think they do a great job. You know, I think they do a great job. Like I said, the food is good.
Because I can't remember any other venue I've been to in Hutchinson. Really,
Um,
There
really.
used to be a couple places.
I
Yeah.
used to be, but like McGraw's and shit. Like
There's like a
McGraw's?
yeah, McGraw, but all that shit ain't there no
Yeah.
more.
I
I mean,
the
I-
only place I know beyond Salt City Brewing Company is like the Rusty Needle and
A Red Shed.
Oh, the Red. I have actually
there's a
played the
couple
Red
venues there.
Shed, and the Red Shed is awesome.
I love the Red Shed.
Shed is awesome. And this is no offense to any of the guys that run Rusty Needle, but I won't.
You like it? It was good. You felt good there. Well, how did it make you feel out there? It's good.
No.
So you got Whitney Means there at Salt City Brewing in Hutchinson. Then you got Kings of the Fallen at Jerry's on Friday.
Awesome guys, man.
So then you got Nostalgia at Voges. Now I don't know who Nostalgia is, but have any of you been to Voges before?
I have
Yeah.
not.
I haven't
like
either.
Voges.
What's it like? I don't know what that place is like. Either. I haven't been there.
So Voges is more of an upscale bar
cocktail,
in town.
like cocktail
Man,
bar kind of.
I'm telling you, it is that. It
Really?
is that. They have a
I like that feel,
specialty
though.
menu.
I mean, I like that.
They have a specialty menu of drinks that they make there.
So they do some high end shit, some presses and some shit
It
like
is
that.
my favorite old fashioned in town.
Oh really? Okay, I love an old fashioned.
Yeah?
I love an. Oh fuck yeah.
All right, what are you doing after this, buddy?
Oh, I gotta go home. I got the kids tonight.
All right.
But then we got the Dirty Gentleman at the Shamrock.
Killer, like 90s cover band. Awesome.
And then we got No Signal Trio at the High. This is all still on Friday. We cross over to Saturday with No Signal Unplugged at the Brickyard. Soul Preachers also, and that's at Memorial Hall Stadium. I don't know where that's at, and I don't know who the Soul Preachers are.
That sounds like Lawrence or something.
Yeah, but they can get a little quick plug. Why not? Savannah Chestnut and Band is at the Wichita Union.
Absolutely. I love her.
Are they good?
Okay, I love.
And they're at the
Savannah.
Wichita Union Stockyards. You guys
Yes.
know that venue?
So
Yeah.
I don't know that venue either.
The local
Down
radio
south.
station 107.9
Uh-huh.
is sponsored by the Wichita Union Stockyards. They put on some really, really killer shows. They have some great bands through there. And Savannah, I actually went and saw her in, I think it was Perry, Kansas. And I had known her briefly before that, but that was the first time I got to see her play live. And she is incredible. Like, incredible.
Really?
She actually just dropped. I'm going to plug this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Plug it. That's what we're here for.
She dropped a
This
couple
is the
of
whole
new
point of
songs.
this. This is why you're here.
And my favorite right now is Not My First Rodeo.
And her name is, one more time, let's
Savannah Chestnut.
Savannah Chestnut.
She's
and
on The
Band.
Voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
she
Savannah
was-
Chestnut
She was Team Blake for a while.
has got Brody's attention. Brody's attention, for sure.
Yes.
So, awesome. So then we
She's
got
awesome.
the Cold Stars are at the Red Shed Music Venue. That's the one we were
Yes.
talking about also there. And then Ray Wiley Hubbard is
Oh.
Saturday.
Ray
That's
Wiley-
Ray Wiley over.
Did I say his
Yeah.
name right?
Wiley.
Ray Wiley Hubbard. That's a reschedule because he was supposed to be here a couple weeks ago, right? So they had to move that.
Badass.
So and always Temple Live, guys. If you haven't seen a show at the Scottish Rite Building, get out there.
It's awesome.
That place is awesome, especially their indoor show at the Wave, Gooding. If you haven't been to the Wave either, that's amazing.
Gooding's awesome too.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Old friend of mine.
Oh, really? So then we have Big Red Horse and
Big Red Horse is dope.
Cabrera and Daydream are all
Yeah.
at the Shamrock on Saturday.
All great bands.
The Dirty Gentleman is at I don't even know, Mordecai's.
Oh, yeah, that's-
Yeah, the old Lizard Lair.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's that's where I first really started listening to local music in this town. And then Saturdays, Voges has got Hardwood Cherry. Barleycorns
Great,
has For the Birds.
Nice. Excellent.
Tequila Ridge is at Jerry's Bar and Grill on Saturday.
Yeah. Good
And
friends.
that's pretty much it for the weekend.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
I mean, all
Get out and
those,
see some shows.
yeah, get out and see some shows. Support local artists. We got a great local scene that you can really get a cheap view of on all the open mics, but you can also see that stuff. So now we're going to dive into Brody, get a
Yeah.
little bit about him, learn a bit about him, where he comes from. So here we are, Brody. You get to sit with us. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, how to start for you, man. Where where'd it come from for you?
So my mom met my dad, and
Oh, we're going way back.
Oh yeah, we're hitting the way back. We got the time. We got time for you, Brody. We got time for you.
All right, we're going
so,
way back.
So my grandpa came over on he's got the boat.
Yeah.
It was a mystic day in September.
yeah. So no.
Paint the
So
scene
like,
for me.
as far as the music goes, I started in the church,
A lot of people do that.
and you know that was just my upbringing. That's where a lot of this came from. My dad was like a legit cowboy. Like this was actually his hat. This hat's older than I am.
Really? So
Yeah.
you got Dad's hat on.
This is Dad's hat.
So cowboy like cowboy singer or like cowboy
no.
like working
Yes.
fucking
So-
ranches and shit.
So from the time he was 9, his dad actually owned a couple of oil derricks, and so from the time he was 9, he started working in the oil fields, like handling dynamite. And
Quit blowing in the mic, John. Anyway,
and so
Nonchalant, you're all calling me out over here.
yeah,
well, fuck.
I'm doing sneaky tests that nobody will hear. except
I was like,
you
what the
pointing
hell
out.
is that?
Well, there's a speaker here, and I'm just
Yeah,
hearing.
but I can't hear it through the microphones.
I'm hearing.
it just sounds like
All right, bloopers reel. Edit that
Yeah,
shit out.
yeah.
There.
I mean, and not if it's good.
All right, so-
But anyway, we're in the.
Cowboy guy.
So you know,
Our dad.
Dad started in the oil fields at like the age of 9, and working for his dad. And by the time he was 18, his dad had pressed on him so hard to be in the oil industry that he didn't want to do it anymore. And so he started ranching.
That happens a lot.
And he loved it. He ranched all the way up until I was about a year old.
Where at?
Mostly like northern Oklahoma, western Kansas, southern Kansas, that
Okay,
kind
cool.
of region.
Cool.
Horse ranches, cattle ranches, but he loved it all. And I kind of feel bad because obviously like having kids, that wasn't going to pay the bills. And so he had to leave that and take a job here in Wichita. And he worked for Waste Connections for a long time.
How old were you when you moved here to Wichita with him? You come here with him?
So I was probably a year and a half, 2.
Okay. So you've been in
whenever-
Wichita a while.
Yeah, whenever we left, like southern Kansas, Oklahoma area, and moved up to Wichita, I obviously don't remember that.
No,
That was
why
way
would you?
before,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe a little bit, but
But-
1.5, you ain't remembering shit at that
Yeah,
time. No.
And
I mean, glimpses maybe. I mean, you'll have a little bit, but not much.
yeah, and but so Dad, you know, throughout his time doing that kind of work, picked up cowboy songs. He was never a real guitar player or anything, but you know, he could pick.
He
and
liked
sing
music.
Yeah,
He's a music lover.
But
I
he
mean,
could
that's
pick
me.
and sing a little bit. He showed me some of the old cowboy songs of, you know, like out on the range and stuff like that. And then his big focus was like he loved outlaw country. So,
Oh, the country music that everybody
Yeah.
loves and misses for
oh
the
my
most part.
God, yes.
The right stuff.
The right stuff.
The right stuff.
Oh, so well, I mean, it was so unique at that time. It was
Well-
so authentic.
And then Mom was just this total polar opposite. She's a classically trained pianist.
Oh, so she was a musician. Your mom was a
Yes.
trained musician?
She
Awesome.
actually composed, I think, a couple of pieces that sit in the Library of Congress now.
Oh, wow.
Because
That's
they're
cool.
copyrighted and all that fun stuff. And but she had such a broad spectrum of what she loved to listen to. Everything from like Simon and Garfunkel to Def Leppard.
So she was pretty
Bing Crosby to
really
Kiss.
well-rounded.
Yeah.
So you're getting hit with like hardcore country music, but you're not being unexposed to everything else as well.
I got such
That helps, man.
well-rounded.
Yeah, and eclectic parents help.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't work against each other. Like some people try to
Yeah.
like, don't make my kid listen to that. I'm like, who
and
cares? Like,
and
if
then
you
what
like
I
it.
grew up with on the radio was 90s country.
So you're 26.
I'm 26.
You're born. So when's that?
I'm
Born?
a 95.
95.
baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. But
What were you doing in 95?
school, man.
Yeah.
I was 11. I mean, so not a whole lot. I mean, I was just figuring
Fair
some
enough.
shit out. But so
So-
95. So you grew up, and so you're getting the old country from your dad.
Yes.
So when do we start playing music as you? When does that come along?
What I'm doing now.
Or just at all.
So when I, it was a weird transition, man. So I went from playing in the church to going.
So what are you playing in the church? What are you doing in the church?
I'm
He went
a
to the
drummer.
church or the bar.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not the
But, like,
first. You're not the
I
first
was-
one to do that.
I was a
transition.
drummer first.
Oh, so that's what we learned first.
Yeah,
Drummer.
I was a drummer.
So I know a little bit about this. He was a drummer in a metal band.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
really?
went from the
That's
church
right,
to a
that's
metal
right.
band.
Yeah.
So we start with the music loving parents. Mom's trained.
Yes,
We're at church.
Yes.
We're playing anything you can, but you're a drummer at the church.
yes.
Playing, Kumbaya, whatever the hell you guys play at church. I'm sorry, I've been to church like
How
3 times.
great thou art.
Oh, so okay.
So-
All right, so you're killing it.
Eyes of my heart.
So do you go to singing?
Yeah.
So you go to a metal band as a drummer.
Yes.
Do you go to a metal Christian band?
No.
So it's just pure
It's
rebellion.
Yes.
Pure opposite.
Yes.
Polar opposite.
Got my septum pierced. Shaved this half of
No,
my head.
no tattoos though.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. Well, you didn't go too hard at least. You didn't
no,
commit.
no, I didn't
you didn't
get-
commit too hard. It was a smart move.
But so I went to the metal band, and then eventually that kind of fizzled out.
How old are we at this time?
By the time it fizzled out, I was probably like 19.
So we're out of high school.
Yeah.
We're running with a metal band,
Yep.
drumming.
And then
Running with the devil.
Right? Learning some shit, having fun.
Yes.
Having some fun, learning the music business. Probably seeing what like showing up at a place and setting your shit up's all about. Like
Yeah.
learning some shit. You're 19 years old.
like
That's got to be a fun experience, right?
cutting my teeth a little bit.
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
sneaking a beer in the back whenever you can. It's all right. There's no statute.
Smoking a lot of pot.
So
at
there's
the
no.
time.
Yeah. So you're getting out of your shell. You're coming out of your shell
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm starting to figure out who I am.
So how long did
And
you do that? So how long did you run down that level?
It was about the time I was 19. I transferred to a death metal band.
So we're going heavy.
So further in.
Yeah.
So less being able to
Really?
understand the vocals is what I hear. When you say
Yes. My dad made a joke about it.
that. It goes
'cause
from metal
he
to
came
death
in-
metal. It's like you're
he
not
came
hearing a
and
word
watched
I'm saying.
one show when I was with the death metal
No
band.
offense to any death metal.
No. But he came and watched one show, and he goes, I said, what do you think? And he goes, you want my honest opinion? I said, yeah.
Yeah, you have to
And-
say.
and-
Yeah,
and
okay,
he
Dad.
goes-
Hit me with a pause.
He goes, he could forget all the words to every song you guys have, and nobody would know it.
And he's not wrong.
And I'm like, yeah, probably.
He's
So-
not wrong. And for me, it's always been, I love that genre of music. I grew up with Pantera. Like, they were a big band.
Yeah. Well,
But like,
Pantera was dope.
but you heard everything Phil said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it takes, and I don't ever want to, make guitars and all that stuff not as important, but writing lyrics is really hard, and it seems like a really, and if you took the time to write a fucking song and create it out of nowhere, then you scream it at me in some fucking crazy voice that I can't hear it,
Well, and
it seems like such a waste of the talent that you put together.
Well, and that's why I like bands, like especially from that time where I was playing in that style, and the bands I was listening to was like Asking Alexandria.
Oh, okay.
And
See, I know.
A Day to Remember, Bullet for My Valentine,
And those are all
Escape
bands.
to Fate.
And those are all bands you can hear what they're saying. You can hear
Right.
the lyrics and stuff.
Even in Asking Alexandria, like they have the clean vocals, they have the high screams, they have the gutturals, and they balance it out really well to where you can really understand it and enjoy every aspect of it.
That's what I'm looking
And,
for. Like in
yeah.
any genre. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to hear your lyrics.
Right.
See,
Like-
I'm totally different, man.
Don't care.
I am totally different. Like, I'm a bass player. I'm a drummer. To me, it's about the music. Like, what you do as a vocalist, I hear is melody. I really don't.
Well, I put it to you like
I
this.
don't craft all that together for a while, for
But
a
you
long
craft.
time.
I'll put it to you like this: you craft bass parts for songs, and
Well-
you write parts for drums, right?
Yeah.
For songs. So when you do that, I would like you to play it as good as possible.
Well, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So it represents, and I can clearly hear how good you are at writing drum rhythms. I think that same exact concept applies to lyrics. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to take the time to write it, I want it to be just as good as it took the time for you to write the guitar part and all that stuff.
I'm saying that in the metal world, I am so less focused about
yeah, if you're going to genre it out, for
about
sure.
words.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But like,
I'm so less
Yeah,
focused about
I can
words.
see that.
But
I can
you
see
To me,
that.
it's a melodic value.
You look at
You know?
country, and it is a lot of storytelling. It is a lot
Yeah.
of
Songwriting.
And that's a very genre-specific thing about
Yeah.
folk, country, bluegrass. A lot
Hip-hop.
of these roots
Hip
forms.
hop, storytelling, and
Hip hop,
Yeah,
reggae,
yeah, that's
you know,
all
blues.
That's big lyric shit.
I mean,
big lyric stuff.
Well,
right
it's
there.
roots.
But
I
now
think,
we have
you
the
know?
transition in my life from death metal to country.
How's that? Where's that go? So,
so describe your country now.
first and foremost, we're still sitting on a drum kit for you. We haven't even got to
Okay,
guitar,
so-
picking up a guitar, none of that shit. You're still, you're fresh out of leaving. You're in the
About-
death metal band, and now what are we doing?
So about 17, while I'm still in high school, I picked up the guitar. I started
you-
taking lessons.
So you know how to play. You got to
So
learn.
I'm starting to work on it. I'm starting to build up like a library of chords and figure out, kind of what songs I like to play and that sort of thing and what my capabilities are, which I think is a huge part of what you're able to do as a musician.
Yeah, seeing if you're even good at it.
yeah.
I mean, honestly,
And,
some shit you can learn, but you never. It's not. Doesn't come natural. I guess is how I'll say it.
So I start songwriting around the time I'm in the death metal band.
So that's about the time we start writing lyrics down.
Yeah, and what I'm doing is more like alternative rock. And I'm dating a girl, she does the same thing, she plays rhythm guitar, I'm trying to learn more lead stuff, and we're starting to work on stuff together, and I decide, I'm like, guys, I really want to focus on this, but I still want to be a drummer for you guys, and they were like, no, it's one or the other.
I think you made the right decision if you
Yeah.
went your way.
And so, I wasn't going to stick around and be a drummer for
Well,
them.
thank that guy. Honestly, that guy
Yeah.
did you a fucking favor.
Right.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
honestly,
feel that
I
same
mean,
thing.
I'm not gonna sit here and say fuck that guy because he might be a friend of yours, or you might know him, but like, he did you a favor.
Yeah.
Like, do
Not
your
right.
art or do
Right.
do
Yeah.
your art or do my art. Like my art. This
Right.
is an easy get. This is
100%.
thanks for this question.
Right.
I mean,
and so we start doing that. I think I did that the better part of a year or two. And
so are we still writing alternative music for a year or
Yeah.
two, kind of for
Yeah.
the most part. And
And-
are you writing alternative like guitar shit too?
yeah,
So you're like writing shit for a band basically with your girlfriend.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a house together, and we had a little recording space in the basement.
Oh, awesome.
And we had it padded out.
This kid's
and-
been on it for a while.
Yeah, and so we had some stuff together that we worked on, and there was just something not clicking, right?
Does
and
it feel good?
Yeah, there's just something that like I'm pouring my heart out and I'm sweating over these lyrics, and it's like there's still something missing.
It's not feeling authentic to you,
Right.
basically, not feeling genuine, organic, or whatever,
And so
whatever word
I-
you want to slide in there.
I ended up one day, I just put my phone on record, and I set it on top of the microwave while I did like dishes and clean the house, and I'm walking around, and I'm just singing to myself. Just whatever song pops in my head, I just start singing it and blah blah blah, and just doing what I'm doing, and I have this twang when I sing,
Yeah, I mean,
and I was like,
you have it in your talking voice too, a little bit.
well, yeah, but I was like,
It's natural. It comes
Yeah,
by,
no,
it
it's
comes
not-
by it honest.
Yeah, he does. It's honest. Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
not
like,
forced.
why am I not doing country? This seems just blatantly obvious now. And so,
Kind of pie in the face moment.
oh yeah,
Like, this is what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. This
Right.
feels just like, gave me a little bit of a chubby. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
like,
And
this
so-
feels right.
so I start trying to rewrite some of my old stuff into country.
That's what I was about to ask you. Could you morph any of the alternative
I've
over?
got a couple that actually transition fairly well.
And remember this. He's told us this before. It's what is it? You have 70 original songs for the most part, 60-something?
Well, I just wrote.
there some big
I just
crazy
wrote
number?
2 more.
So it's an ever-growing list.
Yeah.
This guy's always writing original content, which is always awesome.
So-
when somebody comes with all that in the pocket, for sure.
But yeah, so it was like this transition moment, and I ended up leaving. That relationship wasn't good. It wasn't working. We ended up splitting.
Was it the change in music styles? Was
No,
it a little
no,
bit to do with it?
no. Actually,
She's a hardcore punk chick.
Well, she was a musician too.
You're going country.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
no. But what happened was I had some family things come up. I have family out in Rhode Island that I needed to go help and attend to. And I
Good
told,
man.
I was like, I really have to go do this. And she's like, well, if you're leaving, that's it.
Good. That's another
And I'm
person.
like-
When people give you shitty ultimatums like that, man,
Yeah.
thank them. Thank them
And
for those.
so I left for Rhode Island. I'm on this country path.
So we're on our way out to Rhode Island to help our family.
Yep.
But I'm a country artist now.
Yes.
And are we thinking I'm a guitarist, singing, songwriter, country artist? That's what we're trying to do.
And so I'm on this
That's
path
great,
of,
kid, man. That's awesome.
Now I've got 15 songs. Now I've got 20 songs. Now I've got 25 songs. And it's just like, now it's really rolling. Now I feel like I've got the steam in me.
And you're more passionate about it.
Yes. and
Yeah.
it's-
I mean, I can see it in your eyes right now. I can see
Yeah,
how we went to talking about our metal band, and now
Right.
I mean, I love to see
Yeah.
your smile on your face. You got a great
So-
smile, so don't ever lose it.
But I started playing out in Rhode Island. And oddly enough, people on the East Coast love country.
Really?
Love
Sure.
it. Oh my
Really?
God, they love country.
So, like, is that your first time on stage as a country artist? Is in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Straight up like
pretty-
an open
pretty
mic type of
close.
thing? Like
pretty,
open,
pretty close.
So it's funny, like I have a little bit of experience in New England, and it's a bunch of really tiny towns.
yeah, and it's small areas. Yeah.
Like you can walk from one town to like 2 more towns that way.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
we don't realize how small it is there.
Yeah.
People think 30 minutes is a long drive.
Yeah, you go
Right,
through
right.
2 states in that area in 35.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know, and so it does have this like rural kind of feel to it.
Yes.
I mean, it really does. All over New England.
Really. So anyway, we're there. What's the first time on stage like? Are you shitting your pants
No.
as a standing there as a country artist? Not nervous at all?
No, because you got to understand, like, I've been on stage for so many years up till this point.
Yeah, you've already been in a band. You're back there drumming
Right,
already. So
and-
that makes sense.
The only difference is, and of course, with the alternative stuff, I'm up there with, my girl at the time.
And a couple
And-
others.
Right, and well, no, it was just me and her.
Oh,
we
just were you
we just
two-piece?
ran a duo, yeah. And so I was starting to get pretty used to being on stage.
That helps.
But I met some really amazing musicians. I met some really great people in Rhode Island.
What you're in a specific city? Where were you at?
I was in Richmond.
Richmond, Rhode Island? Okay.
Yeah. And like, shout out real quick to Mark Boschman, who recorded my first ever.
Some guy you met in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Believed in you a little
But
bit?
I didn't know him from Adam when I met him. And come to find out, he played for this rock band called the SR-71s that have a gold album.
So they were big shit.
Yeah.
I mean anybody with
like,
any, album, I
he-
feel like you're
Like,
big
like,
shit. My
yeah.
music bar is so low. Like if you handed me an album the other day, I was like, oh, awesome.
But like this guy, so down to earth, so cool. Heard what I was doing and was like, "Are you looking to record? Because I like what you're doing." I'm like, "Yeah, I think I can scrap up 6 songs," and so we did that, and it was not a lack of talent on his part. It was I was young in my artistry.
Yeah, you
I'll
weren't
put
ready.
it this way.
Yeah, and that's okay.
And,
that's okay. And that
yeah.
you know that's what's really okay. Like being able to realize that about yourself that's a great thing.
Yeah.
John and I say it all the time.
Being
You don't
self-aware.
know what you don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't know.
You just have no other way of knowing it until somebody shows you.
Or you do it, or you just,
Right.
or you just
Find
run head,
out,
or you
or-
just run head first into the fire until you
But-
figure it out.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, you really don't.
The beauty of what happened in Rhode Island was I really found my drive for music. I found this is what I'm good at. This is what I was put on this planet to do.
You got some some reassurance, like yes, like this I can do this.
I was actually able, and this is pre-COVID. I was actually able to go full time with my music.
Awesome.
I walked into
I feel like that's all the musician's dream.
well, yeah, I
Yeah.
walked into my job, and because what was happening is I was getting these shows, and I was helping take care of my grandparents there and working a day job. So literally I would clock in at, I think it was like 5 in the morning and get off at 1 in the afternoon. I would go home and sleep in the afternoon.
And then get ready for the night scene.
And then get up, cook dinner for the grandparents, get them all set, go down, get changed, head out, go do a show, get home at like 1 or 2 in the morning, sometimes 3, depending on how late the show went, and then shower, get dressed, and go to work at 5. And that was my schedule, like 6 days a
Yeah,
week.
you can do that for a little while.
And so when I was able to walk into my manager's office and be like, look, man, like my schedule is just insane. I'm getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. Every night, every day. I'm like, dude,
You're gonna kill yourself eventually.
Yeah,
man. I mean,
unsustainable.
you can do it for a while, and being young helped. I mean,
Yeah, of
being
course.
21, 20 in the area helps a little bit, but it's not a sustainable platform for anybody to
No.
keep trying to just push
And-
yourself so hard.
And I was like, so unfortunately, I got to give you my 2 weeks. And he goes, don't worry about it. He's like, I've been watching your Facebook. I've been watching your Instagram. He's like, you're actually out there doing it. He's like, don't worry about the 2 weeks. If you need a place to come back to, if this
We got
doesn't
you.
work out,
That's
we got
nice.
you.
That's
And
nice.
I was
That's
like, man, that's awesome.
That gives you more reassurance to like, okay,
Yeah.
now I can chase this a little bit,
Yeah.
and like if I fall flat on my face, maybe I can pull back and get this job if I really
Exactly.
need it. If I really
Exactly.
need it.
So what are you doing now, man? What's on your plate? What are you doing?
Well, now I've taken the next step. So, I've been solo for a long time.
How long are we in Rhode Island? And when do we get back to Wichita? How long is that? Take?
It was probably about a year and a half.
Year and a half, and then
Yeah.
we come back.
Back to
Why
Wichita.
here? Why did you come back here?
Home.
Just as you knew
It's
you know, home
yeah.
to you.
But then I didn't stay here. I ended up going to Alaska.
For how long? You come back here? We're in Rhode Island for a couple years, helping grandma out,
Yeah.
helping the grandparents out, which
Um,
sounds awesome, dude. Man, you're a good kid.
I'm
And then
back
you're-
here maybe. Aaron knew me around that time. It was maybe 6-8 months I was back, and then
Yeah.
I took off again, and I was in Alaska.
So how's Alaska go? What do you run it down for us real quick?
Well, I was actually in Alaska before I went to Rhode Island. So this
So
is
you've
now
been back
my
there again.
second
So
trip.
you've been back there again.
Yeah, and
I don't know much about Alaska. It just seems cold and like.
I think everybody's crab fishing or on oil derricks.
Oh, I love some crab. I mean, maybe we might check it
I
out.
worked in a grocery store.
I
So
guess
How was the
that-
crab?
Yeah, the crab was good.
the moose was delicious.
Oh, you ate a moose? Oh, that sounds.
so
I've
good.
seen a moose in Colorado. Those things are so fucking good.
I would eat it.
And they are tasty.
I would try it. I mean, I would
They
try
are
everything.
delicious. Think about not as gamey as venison and more tender than beef.
Okay. All right, I can get there.
Let's eat mooses.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh yeah,
No, I
it's
mean,
great.
Meese?
Yeah. What's a couple of mooses? Just
Mooses?
mooses.
Moosin.
Mason!
Just mooses, asshole. Quit trying to. They're not a culture. We're like trying to give them like the moosinians.
So many moose.
The moosians.
Oxen, moose.
Moosins.
Mini much moosin.
Mini much
much
moosins. So anyway, we're in Alaska for a little while.
Yeah.
So what the hell sends you to Alaska? What the hell are you in Alaska?
So I actually I have an uncle that moved up there years ago, and he's always been like, hey, if you ever want to get away, if you need a place to come to, I've got a job for you.
I have the furthest place in the U.S.
Yeah.
from anything else in the
from
U.S.
any other sovereign,
Yeah.
from any other sovereign land base.
But sometimes that's what you need. Is
Yeah,
to just
I get it.
Well, I like the fact that
separate.
you took a couple like big giant leaps, man. You went to Alaska a couple times. You went to Rhode Island. That's not easy shit to do when you're 19 through 21 years old.
And
Especially while you're trying to evolve your music career all at the same time.
well,
Like that's
but
a lot of shit to do.
But it helped evolve.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It had to help with the culture
Yeah.
shock from going from at least from here to Rhode Island. I mean, it's got to be quite a bit different place.
Actually,
Not
no.
really.
No.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I'm like I
you
said, I'm
meet
guessing
more
about.
rednecks in Rhode Island than you do here. Like it's insane because, like, yeah, they may have a little bit different accent, but
Pretty Midwesterny there.
dude, it's the same people.
Really? Well,
It's
I mean,
the
we're all
same.
Americans. I'm honestly.
We're all humans, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, there you go.
what
Even
I
better.
That's-
Even better.
and that's
I mean,
what
when
it
you
is.
travel,
Everywhere I go, I meet my people.
like that. Me too,
Yeah.
dude.
You
Like
know?
same thing. When you travel everywhere, you meet great
Yeah.
people everywhere. And a lot of times, if you're a great person, people are great to you. A lot of times, even if you don't like them that much, if you're nice, people are nice for the fucking most part.
Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, if you're.
So I get back from Alaska.
We come back from Alaska the second time. How old are you?
By this time I'm 25.
24, 25. So not long
I
ago.
picked him up at the airport on my birthday.
From Alaska?
Yeah,
From Alaska. And you got all your shit. You're back.
I'm back.
We got our guitar strapped to our back and we're ready to fucking make music.
Well, he hasn't got his duster yet. It's in the mail.
Actually, I just got that.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually
a duster. Like,
it's actually
fill me in.
like a cowboy duster. Like it's actually.
I mean, still tell me what the fuck it is.
It's like two cows put together and like made.
It's
into
a vest?
just-
Think-
no,
no,
it's a
think-
huge jacket, covers everything.
Oh,
think of
really? Like all the way down, like
All the
trench
way down,
coaty?
yeah.
Think
Oh,
of a
that sounds awesome.
cowboy trench coat.
Okay, cool. I mean, like,
It's-
I'm in.
Leather. It's badass.
Is it heavy as fuck?
No.
You're like Ice Age? What Ice Age?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So kind of like throw a baseball at it and it'll catch it?
No, he won't feel the baseball.
You won't feel it?
He won't feel it.
It's like the,
Yeah,
it's like the best
yeah.
catcher's mitt you've ever
it's
had?
yeah. It's basically I'm wearing a cow.
So is your duster going to be something you're going to wear on stage? That hot ass thing? You'd be up there sweating your ass off in that
No,
motherfucker.
no, no. I might wear it like think of like a boxer walking into the ring. They got the robe on.
Okay, all
I
right,
could-
I'm
I
there.
could wear it like
you got
that,
me there.
and then just
Peel
drop
that
it
motherfucker
and-
off?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to peel it off and then have like an outline of sweat of that.
And then he's just wearing chaps and glitter.
the thong.
So-
like
Yeah.
a thong with the
Chaps
chaps
and
and the
glitter,
Oh,
that's
that's,
it.
oh, that's great.
Enough
I mean, if
of
you're trying to get
Aaron's
if you're trying,
ideas.
if you're trying to get the ladies, man, I mean, you know, that's what you got to do.
You gotta sell yourself.
So we're back here. Aaron picks
Yes.
you up, and now
Yeah.
we're basically. I mean, you're 26, is yours 25. We're basically where you're at right now.
26, yeah.
So right now we're putting a band together.
I'm working on a 4-piece. I'm actually in the studio.
This lovely studio.
Yes.
Aaron's lovely studio, guys.
Yes.
We haven't pimped it yet.
and Slow Coast.
Slow Coast Studios.
Yep. Gotta give it to these guys. Cutting a single
That I
solo,
got to hear a little bit of today.
and I'm really excited about that.
You should be.
Getting some really nice photos put together. Getting ready to really start getting out there.
Make the kit thing. What's it
Yeah.
called? Tell me again.
Is it EPK?
EPK.
Electronic press kit.
So
Every band needs one.
Yes.
If you don't have one, you should
and that's
get one.
something that
Yes.
that's something that this studio is really great with. Like they can put together like you. I mean,
Yeah.
basically what it sounds like you're trying to do, kind of.
So you're able to get a bio, pictures, little snippets of video. We have a great team here at Muse and with Slow Coast, and they work really
That's why I'm here.
hand in hand. And being able to get all that stuff together for an artist, including myself, with the single that we're hoping to drop here pretty soon, and I'm excited. It's
That's
gonna
what
be great.
Yeah, great. That's what I like. That's what I like. That you're excited about it.
Yeah, and
So you got a band that you trust? You got somebody that you're
Yeah.
ready to
yeah. I've got 3 great guys in this band, and I'm not going to drop any names or any details yet.
Yeah, that's fine. We're still
But Richard Petty may or may not be involved.
the race car driver.
Richard Petty. I'm not making any claims. I'm
The guy's
saying
name is Dick Petty. Is a guy named Dick Petty?
Yes, well, he's a petty dick.
We call him Petty Dick.
Yeah.
That's his name now. I hope it's on record.
He did it to
Fuck-
himself.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
fucked, Petty Dick.
Yeah, he did.
Petty Dick's
So-
fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, Petty Dick.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, but
Not
I'm going to bring
sorry.
that up as much as possible because it just
Not
rolls
sorry
off the
at all.
tongue really fun and it doesn't make fun of me, so I'm happy about it. So we're putting a band together. Got some
Yeah.
singles we're doing.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go with this thing? Where are you trying to end up?
What's the future for
What's
you?
the future hold for you? And then you can pimp your brand a little bit too. Tell everybody
How people get a hold of you?
Yeah, like, tell us where you want to go, and then you kind of segue that into tell everybody
yeah.
where they can get your shit.
So if you've ever seen Garth Brooks, that's the level I'm aiming for.
Well, yeah,
If I
that's the
fall
biggest
below-
level.
If I fall below that, I'm happy.
I mean, that's not a bad target. I mean,
That's the target.
I want
That's
this
the
I want this
target,
podcast to be as big as Joe Rogan's show, so it's not arrogant to say some shit like that.
Or actually,
I mean, we're not trying to do the same thing,
see
but I
you
want it
guys
to be
being-
that big.
I see you guys being more like 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Well, I just want it to be as big as that show. I don't give a shit what our
Yeah.
show's like. I just want it to be big as them shows. I don't give. I'm not trying to model this off to anything but Wichita music, but like I'm just wanting to be like as big as them shows. Just like you're not trying to do Garth Brooks music. You just want to be that big, biggest country songwriter that you can be. Just don't do the Chris Gaines part. I mean, that part was a little fucking weird.
So I know a bit about that.
Yeah. Well, there was supposed to be a movie that
That's-
didn't happen.
that's-
Yeah.
A documentary about it,
No. An actual
The whole
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
like live movie, like with fake actors about a real story of him doing that, or
No. Chris Gaines was a character in a movie that was written, and it was bought by a studio. The studio was supposed to film and release this, but they they started filming and it just didn't work out.
I just didn't click.
They never released.
I didn't know you
the
guys had
movie.
like some You guys got the behind the scenes Chris Gaines info.
They never
That
released
exclusive Chris Gaines info.
They never released the movie, and so the album just fell short. It was really weird. It was
So
like
it didn't match.
totally-
That's why there's a
it
bunch of
was
people
totally out
like
of
me.
place.
There's a bunch of people immediately like, why the fuck did they do that? So that makes more sense.
And it was
now.
totally out of place.
Well, that makes a bunch of sense.
There was a movie that was supposed to go like what was the Pure Country? George Strait played Dusty.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So that was kind of the same thing.
Oh, and they just kind of like dropped it all and just left him with the ass in his breeze,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Why were you doing Chris Gaines? He's like, well,
It was Garth
You know
Brooks
what's-
portraying.
But
this,
you know what's
like,
funny?
but he dove into that character. I mean, like he went hard at it.
His wife Trisha Yearwood, she still says to this day that that's her favorite album.
Oh well, that's just crazy wife shit. I mean,
she's trying to be supportive, bro.
yeah, that's
she don't even believe
she got that penis in her mouth. She got to rep that.
She don't
shit.
believe that.
She can't not. That's her man.
She does not believe that.
So where can we get all your stuff? Brody Baker, what? Where can we find everything for you?
OnlyFans, you gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, you might can make it work with just a cowboy hat and a
let me
pearl
just-
snap.
Chaps, glitter.
And a pearl
Chaps,
snap?
glitter.
Well, how do you make the glitter work? Just glitter all over him?
Chaps and glitter. I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
fairly
refer to your
self-explanatory.
expertise.
All right, so no, BrodyBakerMusic.com. You can find me on Facebook at Brody Baker Music. You can find me on Instagram at Brody Baker Music. You can find me pretty much anywhere you want to find me at Brody Baker Music. That's-
I feel like
we-
you did that intentionally. Was
Yeah.
that a?
oh yeah.
Well,
that's-
and we have to give him credit. We're sitting around last time trying to figure out a name for this podcast, and he's like, most of your names start with A, and he hit us with the AA meeting, so I'm going to give you credit on camera for that, because that's a great radical
Yeah.
thing for us. That's why we had John, because, I mean, he even hit us with a good name for it.
And thank you for not like putting a contract in front of us for using.
He's like,
that.
well,
Like,
since you
there was-
said that.
there was no residuals discussed. I'm going to put that on camera.
Yeah, for sure. He willingly gave us that name without anything attached. You heard it here first. So at the end of
the
this,
first one's free.
yeah, the first
Everyone gets one.
Yeah.
Everyone gets one.
So stick around for after the interview. He's going to play a little music. There's going to be a little bit at the end of this for him. BrodyBaker.com. Brody Baker Music. BrodyBakerMusic.com on almost every platform you
And
can find
that's,
it.
and that's
So-
BRODY BakerMusic.com.
Get at him, kid. Guys, get at him for sure. And we'll hopefully see you next week with more shit with this guy. Me and this guy. We love
AA
you.
meeting
AA meeting with Aaron and Austin.
every whatever day we release this.
Well, hopefully we're looking at filming on Tuesday, pumping it out on Thursday for you guys every week. So hopefully if we can get that pretty steady, as long with the guests and everything, we should be good to go.
Big ups to Jonathan Voges, our sound man, and Theron Ratzlaff, our videographer. Big ups to Brody for being here.
Yep, thanks for being our pilot guest, man.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely great. Yeah. And thanks to you, man. This has been a lifelong dream for me. I'm going to put it out there. You're fulfilling a dream of mine. I've always wanted to be on the radio since I was a little kid, and getting an opportunity to do something like this just tickles me.
Are we on the radio?
Or whatever. That's what there was no fucking internet when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So like I wanted to be on the radio. That was the only thing. So this is my version of finally getting there. So
Love you, brother.
I appreciate you.
man.
We love you guys, and we'll see you next week. Go see a live show. Let's wrap it.
And see you standing there with your long brown hair just looking at me. What I see in your eyes, well, honey, I can hardly believe. You are the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. So this next song I'm gonna play for you guys is a song that I wrote about life and about learning love a little bit and how sometimes you gotta let go. And it's called Lover and Leaver. Watched you pull out of my drive more than a few times. But you always ended up by my side by the end of the night. I know you told me not to feel what I've been feeling. You don't want to see me hurting, but darling, I'm tougher than most. Even if you up and go, my heart's been through the ringer. Might as well be an old singer. I know the risk and how hard it is to love her and leave her. You say it wasn't long ago. You were just like me. You could fall head over heels, let 'em sweep you off your feet. And I just want you to feel what I've been feeling. I don't like to see how you've been hurting, and darling, I think you're tougher than most. You gotta pick yourself up and go. Your heart's been through the ringer. Might as well be an old blues singer. You know the risk and how hard it is. And don't you worry about hurting me. I just want to show you how good love can be. And if there comes a day you find someone, well, I'm happy. 'Cause darling, I'm tough.